feels like I've been walking on ice. Just wanna let everything go and feel alright. When I hear the drums and the heartbeats, sweat drip down our bodies. Oh, I know we're living. When it's done, we're gonna have a good time. 1,000 hands up to the sky. We gon' get toasted tonight. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. Let's toast to the wild ones. Let's toast to the good life. Let's toast to the lovers. Let's toast to you and I. Let's toast to the wild ones. To you and I. To you and I. And I feel the party coming on. And I know you'll come along when you hear it in your ear, yeah. I know you're feeling the way we're moving. Nothing can stop it. We gon' let on the end.
Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. Good morning to everyone except Matt Lauer. Happy Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. We need to have Rebecca Black on a contract here so that she pops between the ferns every Friday and just jams out for us.
Or we could just try and get her for LA week.
Ooh, she follows me on Instagram.
I think that would be like a great guest.
I do think we are all booked for LA week, except for maybe that one day.
You never know.
You never know. LA
things
week
happen, people cancel, and people in LA just have so much going on.
No, it's actually so crazy how hard it is to nail down talent in LA, seeing as how nobody has a job.
And it's they're so flexible, which works in both ways. On the one hand, you don't know if anything's nailed down, but on the other hand, when you need to move something, everyone's available to move things because they're so flexible out there in LA.
No, it's such silliness, So that's why we've been hesitant to announce our guests because they keep moving. So I think we'll probably announce the day before.
We'll put up cards to get questions as they are solidified.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a great week of guests.
And so I'm rewatching Sex and the City, and that one episode where they go to LA and they're like, LA, they're being so annoying. That's you. You're like, pack a sparkly dress. We might go to a movie premiere.
No, that's literally me. I started planning my outfits last night, and I am packing as if I'm going to a movie premiere every night because you never know. Technically, that could happen.
100%.
So I just
and it's when you're packing for a trip to Milwaukee, that actually can't happen.
Exactly.
So I know what you're saying. I brought my pink sparkly dress that I wore at the Billboard Music Awards.
Because you just never know. And it's a city of angels. Maybe someone will be our guardian angel and just shepherd us to a couple movie premieres. Yeah. Is that so crazy?
Well, also, I was doing some research this morning, maybe looking for a concert we could go to. That'd be a fun thing. And I didn't find any, but on the list of concerts on Google, my show did come up, which did feel really cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Tickets available at girlwithnojob.com Sunday, October 13th at the Ace Theater.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
And I don't know, I just feel like we're not going to be in every night. So I don't know, are we going to be at Hyde with Kylie, Chloe, Lamar, and Tyga? You weren't here on Monday for that story, but they were all at Hyde coincidentally. So it's obviously the place to be,
Should we get a table at Hyde?
Which means that we have to be there. Exactly. So make sure to pack your Hyde clothes.
Oh, I mean, that's my Vegas closet. That's a whole other.
No, you have to bring every closet. You have to bring New York, you have to bring Vegas, you have to bring Los Angeles, and I don't know, a little bit of Dallas, these boots.
I'm having such a hard time packing. I did 1 million orders online because I hate shopping in real stores, and it was just all the orders were a bust. And then I was waiting for this ASOS order, and I checked my email, and my credit card was declined, so it never went through, which is the worst feeling. I'm sorry, ASOS, you shouldn't let the order be confirmed and then unconfirm it. The order never should have been confirmed.
Oh, you know what? That happened to me too when I was shopping this summer for Zach, and I needed things
at ASOS?
In one day. And I put in my billing address wrong or something, and then the next day, every day counted. I was on a 1 day shipping deadline.
Of course.
And the next day, they were like, oh, this card didn't go through.
They should not let you get an email confirmation that the order went through and then tell you that it's not confirmed because the credit card. Check it in the beginning. It's so frustrating. So today I'm gonna hit up some Hoochie stores. I'm gonna go to Steve Madden because I have no shoes. And what is the weather in LA?
No, and the thing about LA is I feel as though no one really dresses for the weather, which I appreciate, but it's also kind of hot, so you just don't want to sweat. But I was trying on the craziest outfits yesterday. I was putting I've gotten some really cool new pieces for fall, and it hasn't been cold enough here to wear them, but I guess they're perfect for LA where it's 70 degrees.
It's so hot.
Literally trying on like fur hats with a stole, like being insane.
I literally have like one cute romper that I'm just gonna have to wear every day.
Yeah. And then it's like we're doing our show, and so they have to be like show clothes, and then we're going to be like with doing other people's shows, and it's just like, how do I want their viewers to see me? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like we're going to be on Nick Vile's podcast. Like, what do I back for this podcast?
And he filmed his podcast too, right?
Yes.
Oh.
But it's like oaky vibes. So you don't want to like
Oaky.
like that pink wouldn't match with that room.
Neutrals.
So you just have
So
to
we're
prepare
having
for
a hard
everything.
time. So today I gotta get my shit together. Oh, we're getting a spray tan tonight. I totally forgot I have to wash
Yeah,
my
that'll
hair.
change things.
Huge.
And yesterday I spent 2 hours shopping at Bloomingdale's, and I got a white t-shirt.
Oh my God, Bloomingdale's was so treacherous yesterday. Like we carried lugs of clothing into the dressing room and left completely empty-handed. I bought one blouse just because I couldn't have nothing to show for it. And it was a cute blouse.
And like something new happened where usually I lug a lot of stuff into the dressing room and I'm hopeful and I'm just like, I can see some things working. I brought all this stuff into the dressing room and like I had no clue what I even brought. I was not excited about one thing. If I had to walk away from the pile at that time, like I totally could have. And I was right because nothing was cute. It was a wasteland up in there, you guys. Everything, all they're selling these days are sweaters.
Yeah, it's so hot. Also, I was like running around the store, schwitzing my dick off, like literally so much underboob sweat just from like carrying myself around the store in a jacket, carrying these lugs of clothing. You think I want to try on a sweater dress?
Yeah.
No.
No, and I already got one. Got
also,
it last year.
I wanted to talk about something before we jump in because I watched Eat Your Hollywood Story last night. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, don't you remember, I think we reported on the breath that they were bringing back Eat Your Hollywood Story and it literally premiered last week. Like, I don't know what took them so long. And
They've got to get their facts right. I appreciate it.
And their first investigation was into Nexium, which I appreciated. I do wish that they had like waited till next season because at the end, it was like...
It's ongoing.
It's Alison Mack is awaiting sentence. Keith Raniere, awaiting sentence.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Saltzman or whatever, awaiting sentence. Claire Bronfman, awaiting sentence. And it's like, okay, so it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
But having said that, I need to talk about Nexium for a minute because I wish I kind of paid more attention when it was in the news because it's so crazy. And they branded women, which is the craziest thing. But what's most shocking is two things. One, it's like, what no one's really talking about Nexium, it's like, it's a big group of losers. They talk about it like this Hollywood whatever, but like the coolest person they got was Alison Mack. And she was on a TV show once 10 years ago. And all they wanted was to be this like cool Scientology vibe. Like that's what they wanted. They were such like wannabes. And the only reason they got as far as they did is because this woman, Claire Bronfman, who funded over $150 million, that's how they were able to like be this big presence when like nobody was, it was like 10 people in a room in Albany. Like, but because it got so well known because they had so many resources and this one woman left and she got sued for 9 years and she literally had to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy because Claire Bronfman's money was being funneled into it and they were just suing her because they wanted to scare her. Like, and the Eat Your Hollywood Story, they didn't say it, but it really did a great job of just showing how like, it was really a nothing burger. Like the three celebrities that they had speaking to it, one was this guy, Callum Blue, who I'd never heard of, who went to a meeting once and thought it was weird and never came back. Then the center of it was this woman, I don't remember her name, but she was on the original Dynasty.
Okay, and her daughter?
And her daughter, India, like really got involved, almost to the point where she got branded, like, and to the point where she couldn't be, but then the mom intervened, and like, those were the celebrities. And it was just like, it really highlighted how it became this huge news story as like this Hollywood, like, sex cult, but like, no one famous was in it. Like, they were lacking the one thing that like Scientology.
It wasn't necessarily like Hollywood.
No, like,
it was a sex cult.
Of all the cults, like, it wasn't the coolest one. Like, it wasn't the plastics. It's no Scientology, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was like really highlighting how much of like a losery organization it was. And like, all these women who like got tricked into it, like, I know this is terrible to say, but like they were losers, like because they
were just desperate for like to be a part of Hollywood.
It started as like this it was like a success program for executives, so executive ESP, executive success program, something like that. And it was just like the way that, and it definitely really snowballed into what it was. Like they didn't just like bring you in and then start branding you. Like it was really incremental brainwashing,
as most of the best cults are.
Yeah, but it was just like it was a cult for losers. And it's terrible to say, but it was a cult for losers. I'm sorry. They didn't have any A-list talent.
No, I have to be honest, like, now I have to watch it.
I thought it was so interesting. And the way that we were talking about it, like, I was just like, I was not impressed. You know? I wasn't impressed. Okay. It was very, and then next week is Kim.
Yes.
Which I'm really, and they have Kim.
I thought it already came out.
I thought it did too, but
because they have it in my YouTube library.
You do?
I thought so.
I don't think so. I thought that's what I was watching because I know the only one came out.
Got it.
But they have Kim and Kanye in it, and it's really cool.
They better
and Chloe,
be serving up some fresh factoids because I like know everything about Kim to the point where it's getting a little redundant. Like I know that like she has like weird toes and her she has like a sense of smell.
and she can't dance.
She can smell when someone is sick.
Wait, also,
that's
what
what it is.
one
She can
more
smell when
thing.
someone's getting sick.
Oh, that's actually so interesting. One more thing about Nexium is they had like a cult expert, and she was like saying what defines a cult, and like people are always saying that we're a cult. So at first she started talking, and I was like, oh my god, we're a cult. She goes, a cult, the most important thing about a cult is that it has a charismatic leader. That's us.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my god, and that people really feel like they're safe in the community, and I was like, holy shit.
Very safe.
And then she was like, and then you start branding them. And that's where she lost me. And that's when I totally understood, like, we're not a cult.
Right.
But we have culty vibes.
No,
for
but
sure.
I think it's like, that actually makes me feel great because it's like, we are what a cult, like what you join a cult to have. All
Right.
of the pros and none
Without
of the
the
cons.
branding, yeah.
Yeah. So what's that called? Like a positive, like,
It's called like the JCC. Like,
no, like a cult worth joining.
It's called a sorority.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I need to put it out in the ethos how big of a loser this woman, Claire Bronfman, was. Like, and all these pictures I kept using of her, like, she looked like such a fucking loser. Like, using her family's inheritance, $150 million, to funnel a group of losers. Like, she is the head loser. I'm sorry. Honestly, what she did is worse than what any of the other people did.
Really? Worse than the one who had a harem?
Possible. She made it possible.
Oh. She's the Glazane.
She's the Glazane. Like, she really, to me, was the worst one.
Got it.
And Allison Mack, like, she's the head loser in charge. Like, she was
HLIC.
She was so desperate to be like a part of Hollywood that like when her show got canceled is when she joined, and like the fact that like she was so desperate for some attention. Like it was honestly like a really sad documentary.
Also, someone just made a great point. The merch is our branding.
Oh no.
We're literally branding.
We are. I'm wearing the cropped hoodie, which is being restocked next week.
Super cute. And
teal.
I think maybe that's what we should wear on Nick's podcast.
Oh yeah, we gotta thirst out. I gotta bring a ton of merch.
Yeah, but,
mine's all at the laundry.
But let's not match because then people will think we're like weird.
Okay.
You have to like think
we're
of like
both wearing
his...
oversized ones with boots, right?
No, we can't do that. Or
Fine,
like
so you wear something else.
okay, maybe I will. Maybe
Whatever.
I'll wear my disgraced queen. Did you see how I cut it this weekend?
I did. I loved it.
Like so fashion forward.
So I ate a Kit Kat in my Disgraced Queen shirt last night, and it's ruined.
I actually
have to wash it.
ordered from our store another disgraced because I had a
you cut
medium
it?
that I cut it a little short, and I ordered a small. That would be like cute with jeans. Maybe I'll wear that on Nick's podcast. That way, like people know that we're self-aware that we're like disgraced.
Yeah,
but queens.
But we're also queens.
But queens nonetheless.
Listen, you could call me a lot of things, but you can't call me not self-aware.
No, 100%.
I'm
and like
so self-aware.
I'm disgraced, like wonderful. And you know what? It's like you know what it's like? It's like what Snitch was saying. Oh, you weren't here. When Nick Viall came on the show, Dean had been on his show and he was saying he got like this most wonderful edit on Rachel's season. Everyone thought he was like the golden child.
Oh, I
and it
remember
gave
you
him
telling me
so
this.
much anxiety because he was like, that's
not who I
me.
am.
And so it's like, yeah, the bar is so low for us, it's wonderful.
Yeah, that is actually so true.
You know what I mean?
Also, I was just inspired maybe for our next merch shop, like a cool, design that says culty vibes.
Ooh, culty vibes only.
I don't know if we should like lean into the cult like stigma, but like why not?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to A/B test that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you watched that. I'm definitely going to check it out. We both watched Real Housewives, so we will recap that later.
Yes, Dallas and OC.
I'm just realizing that I forgot to put on deodorant. So
Oh, that's the worst feeling.
yeah, that's a bad feeling, especially in a cashmere turtleneck. What's good? What's fucking good?
It's time.
It's time. It's for sure time.
For
the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
Snitch is also not here. She's taking one more day off because she's sick, and we are heading to LA tomorrow. And I was such a good sister. I had soup delivered to her. I really don't want her to be sick. Like, first of all, she's a misery when she's sick. We're gonna spend a week in a hotel room with her. Like, selfishly, I don't want to be anywhere near a sick snitch because she's the worst. Also, I just don't want her to be sick, because I'm a selfless person.
And we need her like working hard.
So she better be taking those vitamins and getting her shit together. She's been on care of. I think she actually used our code to get started. She has
her own code.
I know.
She's branched out.
She's high on that ashwagandha.
If you love something, set it free. And
Right.
if it ever loved you, it'll start using your code again.
So Care of makes it easy to see where they source their ingredients from and ensure only the highest quality products. So basically, it's super hard to get your daily dose of vitamins, like with all those bottles and like that pill thing. It's just not for me. And I wasn't really down with the idea of vitamins just because like it takes up too much space on my counter until I heard about Care of. I actually heard about it from Lauren Bushnell's Instagram story like a couple of years ago, and that's when I ordered it. And basically, it comes once a month, and it comes like little packets. You take a little packet. It comes in a slim, tall box. You take a packet, and it has your daily dose of vitamins. You take a quiz online before asking what kind of like symptoms you have, what you want want to improve on. Obviously, something I wanted to improve on was brain activity and like brain function and memory, because that's something I definitely struggle with. Also, just like general like bowel movements. I can get really
Digestion.
personal. Digestion. You can do memory. You can do.
I do like bone strength, so I'm not so frail.
So then after you put the quiz together, they ask if you are like into like Eastern, alternative methods, or if you want to stick to like the classic stuff. And then at the end, they put together a list of 5 or 6 vitamins for you, and they send you in little packets. So every day you can just throw one in your purse. Great for travel. I'm throwing one in my suitcase for this weekend. It's super great. They care about the environment, and with their new compostable packs, they meet the same quality and safety standards, and they have a ton of info on how they compost them on their website. Their vegan and vegetarian supplement options are available to match your dietary needs and to ensure you're getting the nutrients you need for those specific diets. If you want to take care of yourself, 25% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com, enter the code TOAST. Again, for 25% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter the code TOAST. The quiz is fun and easy, and taking care of your body, it's priceless. So just
taking care of your body is also can be fun and easy. With
and
Care
also,
Of.
You're just taking care of business, you know?
Taking care of business.
Great. That's a great
every
way.
day.
It's a great way to end the ad.
Also, sign on, take care of yourself.
No, sign on, take care of.
Sign on, get taken care of.
Okay.
Okay, well, without further ado, we got the Fast 5 stories for you. I'd say there's roughly 3 that you absolutely need to know. The first one is the most pertinent to the situation.
Oh my God,
so
I know.
If you were about to turn off the show, stay put.
I posted about this on our Instagram today.
Liam Hemsworth holds hands with Dynasty star Kirby Andrews, a.k.a. Maddison Brown.
What website is this?
Page 6.
Okay, so TMZ had the nerve to just refer to her as an Australian actress, like as if she's not on the most prestigious primetime show.
First, I saw on Instagram some like gossip site referred to her as a mystery woman.
Oh! Wait, you know what? Low key, that actually makes me feel better for like any time no one's like known who I am, because like I think I'm the shit, but in like the grand scheme of the world, I'm an absolutely nobody. And it's like Maddison Brown, like she's on TV and she's still a mystery woman.
Totally.
So hard out here for us women, mysterious women.
We're so mysterious. Now it appears that Liam Hemsworth is moving on. Amid his divorce from Miley Cyrus, the Hunger Games star was spotting holding hands with Dynasty actress Maddison Brown in the West Village this week, according to photos obtained by TMZ. Hemsworth, 29, and Brown, 22, dined al fresco at celebrity mainstay St. Ambrose. Great taste these two have.
Totally. And they took the subway.
Brown, who also hails from Australia and plays Kirby Anders on the CW reboot, kept her look casual with jeans, a patterned blouse, and black booties. Okay.
She looked really cute and casual. Like, what do you wear when you're dating the sexiest man alive? Like, I don't know. And for her, it's probably like such a big deal because like he's the hottest man alive, but he's also like from her home country, so there's like a lot of pride there. And I just think like of all the people he could have rebounded with, like, who better?
Who better? Like, what a choice.
He actually has amazing rebound girls. Do you remember when him and Miley broke up temporarily when they were like teenagers, and then he was like spotted at the gym with Asa Gonzalez, who like turned out to be like the next biggest superstar in the world, and like is so beautiful. So he has a great taste in women other than Miley. Miley's great too, but
no, I totally agree. And as a Dynasty fan, like this is so exciting because it's just gonna get more eyeballs on the show.
Totally. And then she did a guest appearance.
Yeah, but like now everyone's gonna be like, oh, Liam's like girlfriend's show, like I gotta check it out, and then they're obviously gonna be hooked because it's the greatest show ever, which returns tonight on the CW. And I'm
tonight?
Yes, and I'm so fucking excited. I'm gonna watch it on the plane tomorrow.
Oh, okay, me too.
I mean, I wish the Snatcher was here.
She's probably dying from this.
Yeah. Did you see her watching Riverdale last night?
Oh my God, hysterically
that fucking
crying.
tear on her face.
Well, I guess they did a tribute episode for the first episode back this season.
Yeah,
that premiered this
Luke
week.
Perry.
For Fred Andrews, and I don't really watch Riverdale, so I thought it'd be weird if I just like watched like the only sad episode. But Margot is like in an emotional state that she might not recover from.
Yeah, I'm really feeling for her. I like to bundle my Riverdale episodes together because it takes a while for me to get into it, so I don't want to like get into it just for it to be over. So I need like 4 episodes at a time.
Also, like Netflix and the streaming services have ruined like week to week shows for me for scripted shows. Like reality shows, I can live with week to week. It's not like I'm dying to see what happens. But like Blue Bloods, I have like 3 episodes now because I just can't get behind like watching 1 hour every week. It's so silly. Like I can't believe people back in the day used to watch a 22-minute episode of Friends every other week. Like,
that's crazy.
How?
It's crazy.
Also, we didn't really discuss Blue Bloods being taken off of Netflix because I know you don't really care, but I just want to say it's a travesty. Shame on you.
It'll probably be on one of the new streaming services.
But it's CBS. What is it going to be? They have a streaming service coming out now.
Maybe they're partnering with someone. Viacom. They're Viacom, right?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
It's just awful. Like everything is changing and I wish it wouldn't.
Yeah. I'm sorry for you, but I'm so happy for Maddison Brown and Liam Hemsworth. And like, I couldn't have dreamed up a better couple, you know? And we like sat here dreaming up a couple for him and like, we couldn't.
And if we had all day to like, you know, take every female celebrity. I never would have thought Maddison Brown, and that's why it's so perfect.
That's why it's so perfect.
She's Australian, she's beautiful, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, she's almost like the female version of Cody Simpson.
Oh, 100%.
Like underrated, very good looking, Australian, and like a great match for Miley or Liam.
Yeah, and they're both from Down Under.
Down Under.
And I think he loves it down under, and I think so does she, because she even plays an Australian on Dynasty, so that was obviously important to her.
Yeah, no, she has a lot of like hometown
Or she
respect.
just couldn't shake her accent.
No, I was also just looking at her Instagram, and like she's always posting about Sydney, like it's her home.
Yeah,
She
so
loves
they
it.
obviously have so much in common,
Totally.
in addition to being good looking.
And I really hope this isn't just like a rebound relationship. Like I hope there's some real severity to it.
There better be some severity to it.
This is so great. Like everyone's happy, you know? And like I hate when in a breakup, like it's so obvious that someone wins, you know? And like Miley's out here just like posting everything, Cody, and like posting cryptic Instagram stories. Like, I'm so glad I can finally do what I want. Make it seem like maybe Liam was controlling. Like,
But I feel as though all of those stories were actually starting to swing in the other direction, where like now she's been in 2 serious relationships since her divorce, which is still not finalized.
right, which was like a month ago.
And it's starting to raise some red flags for me personally. I just
Yeah.
want to say.
I actually, you know what? I kind of feel like, I was just watching Sex and the City. I know I keep saying this. And Charlotte was like, you have to devote for breakup time, you have to devote 50% of how long the relationship was. So if you're dating for a year, you have 6 months to get over him. And I actually thought that was like so untrue. Like you need a day to get over someone. Like,
Oh no.
like and especially like the longer the relationship, I feel like the shorter, like if Miley and Liam were together for so long, and like it obviously was, you know, troubling at the end. Like by the time it finally ends, like you're ready to go.
Well, I think no. I mean, that's a nice idea, but that's just not how people work. I
That's how
agree
I
that
work.
when you're in a longer relationship, once it's over, you want to get your life back, and you just lost 10 years of your life if you had a bad experience. So you just want to like get going with the time that you do have. But it takes time, and I actually do think that's how I used to feel about camp. When I would get home from camp and I was camp sick, and I didn't. I was like getting adjusted back to home life. I was like, okay, I was at camp for 8 weeks, so I think in 4 weeks this will feel normal.
Yeah, well,
That
camp
was
is different.
my first breakup.
Camp is the depression of coming home from camp was something I really struggled with at a young age.
And then like you probably have lice, and that's just like,
And it makes it worse.
It
It's
makes
heightened.
it worse, right? Because it's like, oh, I'm back to sleeping in my bed, but I'm sleeping with oil in my hair.
Right, I guess I'm not alone with all the lice in my hair.
You're never alone when
You're
have
with lice, yeah. That's funny. Well, anyway, so happy for these two. Everyone just seems to be on a great page in this relationship. And until something changes, I'm very happy with where we are.
Very happy with where we are.
And this must just be like a great moment for Maddison Brown. Like her show's premiering and she's more famous than ever, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm excited for her. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm excited for Dynasty. Okay, are you ready for our next story, which is some exciting news, but also a little troublesome? Well, not this news isn't troublesome, but then the next
Spit
part.
it out.
Drew Barrymore is getting
Oh.
a daytime talk show.
Yeah, I saw.
It's official, Drew Barrymore will host a daytime talk show slated to premiere in fall 2020. CBS Television Distribution, which will produce the syndicated series, announced the show's formal order on Thursday. Reports of Barrymore's foray into daytime television had been in circulation since the show's pilot was shot in August.
Oh, I didn't know
Quote,
that.
"It is beyond my wildest dreams to have this opportunity for a daily talk show," she said via statement. "I'm truly thrilled and honored to be creating this show with CBS."
Okay. So it's good. I mean, she's so likable.
On its own, it's good.
Yeah,
but
but
now we're getting into a place where there are so many celebrity daytime talk shows, and they're just like throwing a lot of shit against the wall. Most talk shows actually aren't successful.
No, but this is also just like how I feel about like the podcasting medium. It's like celebrities infiltrating every fucking like medium where it's like, how can regular people like, how can just Juliana Rancic, like, who started as a host, like, and end up with her own show? Like, that's not a possibility anymore because Kelly Clarkson and Drew Barrymore are just waltzing in and taking the shows.
Yeah, but I feel like celebrities who get their own shows, it never works. Like, they
That's
never get
true.
more than 2 seasons. Look
This
at
might
Bethany,
be-
look at Chris.
Right, this might
if
be...
If Chris can't do it, no one can.
This is like a trend that like was happening 5 years ago and now it's like resurging.
It's resurging.
I thought the Chris daytime show was such a good idea.
Oh, right, but if that didn't work,
And the set being her house, like, genius.
then no one stands a chance. So right now we have Kelly Clarkson, we have Jerry O Show, we're gonna have Drew Barrymore, like we had Busy Phillips.
Yep. And they're not working.
And they're not
What happened to
working.
Jerry O? It tested on Fox, and then I didn't hear anything else. I
don't
thought
know.
it was good.
I don't know if
He
it's
worked
still
so
on.
hard on it. Like, he deserves a second season.
I know, but I don't know what makes for a good daytime talk show syndicated series. So it's interesting what sticks and what doesn't.
Yeah, it's just like this whole thing's a little frustrating with just celebrities like waltzing into jobs that they're not necessarily qualified for, and that people who actually like work really hard at like Like Meredith Vieira had to work forever until she got her own show, and like then it was canceled, you know?
Yeah.
Meredith Vieira ran so Kelly Clarkson could jog.
No, but Meredith Vieira, like, it's
But
not the same.
But Meredith Vieira came up as a host.
Yeah. So it's not the same, but it's like Tyra walked so Kelly could run.
Actually, but Tyra's show was good.
I know. Why did it go off the air? And it was on,
It was on for a while. I mean,
so I
she's
don't think
over
it
it.
was like a failure, but anything that ends on TV is like inevitably.
Yeah, considered a failure, but I don't consider Tyra Banks' show a failure because it was poppin'. And when she walked down in that swimsuit, that was everything.
Yeah. But then it's like Wendy Williams is such a success.
But she is a host. She wasn't famous first.
Right.
She's
So
famous
that's
for
what
being
I'm
a
saying. Like
host.
celebrities being like I guess Ellen is a celebrity who became a host, but now she's like such a host. Like she was on a TV show.
She was on a sitcom, I guess, yeah. But she was like hardly famous back then.
No, but still.
Like she became a star because of the daytime talk show.
But still.
Daytime talk show.
But still.
Yeah.
She's a celebrity who did it.
Before that,
like,
yeah.
If Harry Connick Jr. can't do it, there's no hope for anyone else.
We got tickets to the Harry Connick Jr. show like the day it was canceled, remember?
We did. And no, I don't remember that.
Someone asked if we wanted to go and we said yeah.
So, I mean, as much as I'm so excited for Drew Barrymore, and like this has nothing to do with her, like I know probably in a year from now we'll be reporting that it's no more.
Yeah, no, and I like Drew Barrymore, and for some reason, like this tastes a little bitter than Kelly Clarkson, because I don't know, the idea of Kelly Clarkson having a show, like I know she's going to be on TV for 30 years. Like I just know it. Like there's no doubt in my mind. Her show is so good, and there was something about like the announcement, and like Drew Barrymore gives me that same vibe. She's like very maternal. She's hilarious. I saw her speak somewhere once, and I fell in love with her. Like I read her book. Like she's it. But I don't know, something about this just feels like a little cheap.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she's like part of a big Hollywood family. Like she got it because of that. Like, I don't know. I'm bitter.
For sure. But the thing is, like, I love Kelly Clarkson. Her show is great. Like, she gives everything to it. I literally get PR announcements. Like, I don't know what fucking email distros I'm on. I get the most annoying emails,
Okay.
but I get like her PR roundup, and it sounds
cool.
like she's doing great things.
I watch her clips all the time, karaoke.
And that's really cute. But like, I won't be, like, I'm not going to be, I will be more surprised if it goes for 10 years than if next month we're saying it's over.
I don't think so. I think she has longevity.
It's not about her.
No, it's about the setup. Like I think she came in at an ideal time where like there really has been a lull. Now it's like a bunch of other things are popping up, but I hadn't heard about a new big show. She literally, the network put everything behind her. I've seen her on every fucking billboard, every commercial,
bus.
every Twitter promoted ad. Like
True colors, no filter.
They're trying to make it work, and I think it's working.
Yeah. Okay, I hope it's working.
Daytime
and I
is
hope that it works for Drew Barrymore, because like that sounds like a wonderful show. I don't watch daytime TV,
Right.
so I cannot participate in making this a success or a failure. All I can do is watch from the sidelines.
Daytime talk shows are so fickle and fleeting, just like Bachelor friendships. And I have to say, and I don't really watch daytime, but when I do, I've watched Ellen and begrudgingly loved it. And I've also watched Wendy and also loved it.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, next story I'm so excited to talk about. Kylie Jenner's office tour. Inside Kylie Jenner's offices, roses made of dollars, a playroom for Stormy, personalized M&Ms, and lots of self-portrait. The billionaire mogul gives a tour of her extravagant Kylie Cosmetics headquarters.
She, anytime she uploads to YouTube, I want to support and I want to follow because I just want more content. So I don't want to be too negative, but it was incredibly boring. And she was having a hard time getting her words out. And she was like, and this is just like another example of like me using my
Products
collection as art. How many times are you gonna fucking say that? And also, like, where are the desks? It was, how many square feet you think that was? Like 10,000?
Like 1,000,001.
And there was like 4 offices, including her and Chris's. Like, how many people actually work for Kylie Cosmetics?
I don't know, but I didn't think there was a lack of desks. She had the cubicles at Kylie Skin, and then she had offices at Kylie Cosmetics, but I think also she wasn't gonna show you people's desks because they're personal spaces.
No, for sure, but like, so everyone who works there, okay, aside from the cubicle, everyone who works for Kylie Cosmetics has an office?
No, there must be an area with some more desks.
People
But maybe
do
it's like
marketing.
sad, and then she would be like judge. I don't know. But nothing about that office is sad. All I felt was like, I mean, it was kind of boring, but I could literally watch her just stand there, which is what we did.
In that Chanel dress.
That Chanel dress. She was so out of breath.
Honestly, giving a tour is hard.
No, but like, like at every turn, she was just like, I felt like she was catching her breath, and it's like, take your time.
What do you think she was drinking?
Ooh, I don't know.
I think it was Yoo-Hoo.
You think?
It looked like Yoo-Hoo vibes.
I didn't even try and figure it out. It's probably like some tea, like some kombucha or something.
It was very, very interesting.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
And I thought she didn't want to show it because she's like like to blur out sponsors, but no.
That's even funnier.
Yeah, more authentic.
The office is literally a dream. She has a fucking room for everything.
Oh, this is my conference room for my team, and this is my conference room for my family.
And I love that she, like, her family is such a big part of, like, what she built there. But the fact that she has a glam room for, like, friends and family, and then, or like a glam room for everyone, and then a glam room for her is so crazy.
Generous. Well, so then this begs the question, do they have offices out of this? Like, because it seems like she got an office and everyone uses it. So they used to have Jenner Communications.
Yeah.
Do they still have that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think Chris works out of her house now with her few assistants.
No, and she works out of Kylie Cosmetics.
Right. But so like KKW, do they have an office? Like, okay, and Good American probably has an office, but that's not like Chloe's office. That's like a Nordstrom company.
I guess they don't, or maybe they do, and like, but Kim's not a YouTuber, so we would never know. Like, we only know that Kylie has an office now because they did that episode of Keeping Up. They did Drunk Get Ready with Me. And it's just because like Kylie's
true.
but like I feel.
But no, she was just making it seem like everyone uses it because nobody else. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that Courtney doesn't have an office, and probably Chloe either. Chris uses Kylie, and so.
But Chris is also like the CFO of Kylie, so she's not using it. It's her office.
But I'm sure she uses it for things outside of Kylie Cosmetics.
100%.
She said they have meetings in that conference room. But I just want to know if Kim has one.
I feel like she has to.
I feel like she has to also. It's just probably not as chic.
No, or it's just she's like super like she's very not like private in the sense of she doesn't show us much, but like security oriented.
Yeah. Oh, also in the Eat Your Hollywood story, they go deep into Paris.
Yeah. So hopefully there's some new factoids, but like it's just so sad.
It's just how do you do an Eat Your Hollywood story about someone who you know everything about?
You have to give us new things.
Yeah, and that's why they have her and Kanye to make it special.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I'm loving the new like Eat Your Hollywood story. I'm like obsessed with it now.
I'm so excited for you. We need to get offices now that I've seen Kylie's, but like I was trying to think of how much this must cost like per month for them to rent.
Oh my God, like $30,000 a month.
Oh, I was thinking 50 or maybe 100.
Because we looked at office spaces and we saw a corner in the wall for $10,000 a month and we're like, are you kidding?
No, it was, you guys, there was no windows and it was $4,000 a month. There
Like-
was like one option. That was a 2-desk option.
It was so
2 desks,
terrible.
No
Shame.
windows.
No, there's no wonder that WeWork is filing for bankruptcy because they're criminals.
The
also,
whole thing is insane.
In Real Housewives of Dallas, when they were talking about Deandra's office being $8,000 a month, like that's what it costs in Dallas. Her office is nice.
No, she has like real offices, and it just made me realize like we have to move.
I know.
We have to move.
No, by the way, I was thinking of texting you yesterday about that.
Oh my God, please, literally my bag.
Moving. I think I meant moving to an office. You mean move to another state?
My bags are packed.
I'm ready to go.
Move to another state.
Outside your door.
I will go anywhere. You could pick anywhere in the world. Like
Boise.
Done. Let's go.
I know. I actually would love to live in Boise.
No, like I would. Like I'm literally not kidding.
I know,
like
me
we
too.
could have an office. We could like move to a farm Chemin and have like a barn studio.
Oh my God. Okay. Also, do you know who the Dolan twins are?
Like I know their name.
Okay, so they came up on my YouTube homepage, and it was like moving on or time to move on.
Oh, I saw this in the morning too.
It was 1 hour long, and I definitely skipped about 45 minutes of it. And to be honest, I don't know what they announced. Basically, that they're not going to do weekly videos anymore. They're just going to like vlog when they want to vlog, not because they have to, because they've been vlogging every Tuesday for 5 years. And it was incredibly dramatic. They had to like sit down with a therapist. Like it was kind of silly. But the most important part was that they had built a studio in their house. And they said it was like honestly really hard on them, like making it like your house feel like your work and like no
That's
separation.
what Kelsey said.
Yeah, and honestly, like if we ever thought to do that, like I was cured in that moment.
Yeah.
And they took it down and they were like, oh my God, we have a living room.
But I feel like for us it would be different because it's just the two of us. You know, it's not like when they had Lady Gang, then they had like 30 people in her house.
Crew, yeah,
like
and the YouTube team. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But still, I don't think I would ever do it.
no, I mean, no one's giving us that option, so
Yeah.
I think it's fine. You know what I was realizing when I was watching Kylie's tour? She has a collection with every sister except for Kendall.
Because Kendall is a face of Estee Lauder. She can't do makeup collabs.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
That sucks.
That
Kendall
sucks.
doesn't do collabs with anything though. Like, well, because to be honest, okay, if Kendall did a Skims collab, like nobody would buy it because
She's thin.
She's literally a piece of paper. And even like Good American, well, Good American doesn't do collabs, but at the same time, like I don't need jeans that can hold up Kendall Jenner's ass. I need jeans that can hold up Chloe's ass.
Yeah, but like, so her jeans, no offense, like wouldn't be for you. It would be for like, you know, like 18-year-olds who like have their
Right.
butt cheeks hanging out.
Which I don't think is maybe like the Good American demographic
Snitch.
with Snitch, yeah. And then she could do a collab with Kourtney's company, but she doesn't have anything she's passionate about. She's a lunatic.
Yeah.
I was actually just rewatching our Halloween episode, and it was so funny. It's like when you do so good, like it puts a lot of pressure. Like after our first Halloween episode,
But that's how we felt last year. And by the way, when we had the idea to be like Kim and Kourtney, like we didn't feel that strongly about it.
I didn't want to do it.
You were not into it at all.
I thought it was like lame.
Yeah, you did, and it was a success.
Yeah, no, it's like
It's what you make it.
But now it's like even more because like okay, I'm like now we can't be Kim and Chloe or Kourtney.
Of course, we can't.
No, we can't.
No, why would that's not even an option?
What are we being?
You know what we're being.
I know. I'm like nervous about it.
But it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, we have a
we
good
need
idea.
like full makeup artists. Like we need to find like Tokyo Styles to do our hair.
Okay.
It's gonna be really funny, and I've seen a lot of people guessing what they think we're gonna be.
Yeah, and
they haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either, and it's
Yeah.
not that.
It's not that
obvious.
crazy, but people think we're gonna be like Housewives. That would be boring. Like
Should I tell them what we were gonna be?
which one?
From What a Girl Wants.
Yeah, and they know
We were gonna be
the twins.
Peach and Pear from What a Girl Wants.
And we would sit here for an hour and we would
In
just
big
say,
ball
in-
gowns.
and big wigs, we would just say this. She is so nice. But honestly, I don't know if that reference is like universal enough.
No, it's just too niche to do an hour show around.
I know.
And every story would be,
She is so nice. That is so funny. I would have liked that idea.
I would have liked that too. We had some really funny ideas. We'll share them after. Or maybe there were some that were like evergreen that we could do. Like,
Yeah, like-
you know. Yeah, or
Who? My Chista?
Matilda.
Oh, wait, that would have been good.
I told you that.
Yeah.
Miss Trunchbull.
Excuse me?
Miss Trunchbull, Miss
Miss Honey,
Honey.
Matilda.
Which would be Matilda.
Yeah. But like, why would I have to be Miss Trunchbull? Like, I know why, but like, I need to go
You
on a
would
diet.
be great.
Yeah. Much too good for children.
You would be great.
Yeah, I would.
You could bring your
I saw Matilda on Broadway 2 times.
You could bring your shot put and javelin.
Yes, I've been meaning to get my javelin out of my closet. Are we only on the 3rd story?
By the way, that's the second time we've said lice in today's episode.
She is so nice. Okay.
Yeah, 3rd story was Kylie Cosmetics. I told you there was only 3 that you really needed to know. The 4th one is exciting. It's only really half a story because I haven't gotten to read the article yet, but Rihanna is on the cover of Vogue.
Oh, okay. Here's what you need to know. I watched Nightly Pop. Here's what you need to know. She was offered the Super Bowl last year and
Turned it down.
turned it down. Thank you. I couldn't speak the word. And now a lot of people are saying like the timing of the article so shady to J-Lo and Shakira being like, oh, I wouldn't do it, so J-Lo can. But it's important to know that this article the interview happened in August before the announcement.
For sure. Also, like, Rihanna's not shady like that.
No, she's not.
She's not calculated. Like, she does things, she doesn't, like, plan her moves.
She's really passionate and she stands with Colin Kaepernick, and so she went to the Super Bowl, and good for her for having principles. I admire that. 2, the person who was interviewing Rihanna didn't know that she was interviewing Rihanna and quote unquote winged it. And then tweeted about it, and now people are really upset. Like, if you're gonna wing it, don't fucking say it.
Yeah, we're gonna get one interview in 5 years, and you're gonna fucking wing it.
Yeah, no, it was really lame. So
Like-
it's beautiful on the cover. It's very Handmaid's Tale vibe.
Yeah,
With,
but
like, the
she's
Amish
wearing
cap.
Fenty.
Is she?
Yeah, she said, so proud to be on another cover of Vogue magazine wearing my own designs from Fenty on stands October 16th.
She also just announced that she's coming out with a book. It's like it's a picture book. It's like 1,000 images, the life of a pop star, and that's going to be wildly interesting.
Okay, but Kim Kardashian did it first.
That's true. And I think that was all the noteworthy moments from the article. I mean, she's back. Like, she really took a lot of time off and built her business, and now she's like in the news more than ever now, and I really did miss her.
I missed her too, and now I need to read the article because there's definitely way more interesting factoids, and it's like I don't care what like the publications like pick up from it, like whatever like overarching story. It's like it's all in the little nuggets, you know.
I was watching Nightly Pop last night, and it was actually a great episode because they talked about a lot of the stories we spoke about on the show, so like Ellen, and we spoke about this, and I just like loved hearing their perspectives.
That's why I love watching Daily Pop. Like I just like we come on the show and we essentially wing it, and then I'm like, okay, what do the experts think?
So, and then they were talking about. Did you see? Sophie Turner did that Instagram video with like the lip, you know, the new filter on Instagram stories with the lips.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm an influencer, and like, I sell tea that gives you diarrhea, even though I shouldn't because I love money, and like, it was like funny, I guess, and like I couldn't really decide how I felt about it because like I love Sophie Turner, and Morgan Stewart like perfectly vocalized like what was wrong with this video. She's like, I love Sophie Turner, but like this video fell flat. Like I get the message, but like it wasn't funny. Like There was something really weird about the video.
I didn't see the video, but I feel as though, because you just summed it up great, it's just like low-hanging fruit. It's like a joke that's been made a million times. Sophie Turner's like so much more elevated than that. Like she makes her own jokes, like, and that's the tea.
Yeah.
Like to go for the
so
jugular.
Weird.
And like the kind of influencers that like sell tea for money that gives you diarrhea, like they're not actually influential. So it's like...
That's why they're selling tea.
Right.
And then
they would be on a Revolve trip.
Made the most amazing point. And she said, and I kind of have a problem with people like Sophie Turner and Jamila Jamil who are like universally like beautiful and skinny. Like they've never been marketed a diet tea and been like intrigued, you know? And you know, it was like I've struggled with my weight my whole life and I know what it's like to see an ad that like promises you're gonna lose weight and think about it, like, you know? And it's like all these people like speaking up for us. It's like, please don't. Like Sophie Turner, you don't speak for me.
100%.
And it was actually like such a brilliant point. And like, I don't think anyone should be promoting tea, but like seeing all these skinny people like complaining about it, like, please, like, let me try the tea, okay?
No, 100%. But at this point, like, we all know the tea is that the tea doesn't work.
And
so
it's
like,
bad.
So when people keep promoting it, it's like, wow, what are you doing? But it's like, remember when Kim posted those appetite suppressing lollipops?
Yes.
And Jamila Jamil went off. And it's like, no one actually had, actually, I guess it's still part of like that fit tea community.
Yeah.
But it was the first time we were seeing them. And that's how I felt. I was like, I'm a hungry bitch. Like an appetite suppressant that's like being sold not on the black market. Like, okay.
And I know it was like a controversial statement, but I appreciated Nina Parker bringing like a different perspective to the conversation and one in which I kind of agreed with. Like, I've been tempted in my life to like try something crazy. And it's like all these people like who are very skinny and healthy, like telling me that I should. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know. It's just like, how do I know how to feel? And I appreciated Nina Parker like bringing an alternative perspective.
Right. And these people who can hire like chefs and trainers to make sure that they don't like step out of line.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of want to watch the episode now. But I still love Sophie Turner.
And Jamila Jamil. We stan.
Oh, for sure. But it's always nice, you know, have another perspective.
Yeah.
Fifth and final story, a little Matt Lauer update because things are going from bad to worse. Actually, from worse to even worse for this guy. An NBC a Today Show colleague spoke to People magazine with some damning claims. They said that Matt Lauer was known for engaging in inappropriate relationships with junior staffers and punishing those who rejected his advances. Quote, I wish I could say any of it surprised me, but it doesn't. I guess I'm a little surprised that he still doesn't get it, that he still thinks it was okay to have, quote, affairs with coworkers who had absolutely every reason to feel nervous if they didn't find his attentions flattering, the source says. If you didn't find his flirting behavior charming, and just using the word flirting feels wrong because it was so much more predatory than that, and it was not harmless, then you put a target on your back. Totally. It's like he's so like in his own world of disgustingness that like he thinks that when he's advancing onto like his younger coworkers that he's flirting with them, but like that's not how it
that's not how it comes off because to you're an intern.
No, that's not how it is.
Right, you're an intern and you walk in and the famous boss wants to talk to you and he puts his hand on your thigh. Like, that's not flirting. That's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's very different.
That's oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's oh, fuck territory.
If you didn't find his comments about or your weight loss or your beautiful eyes to be funny or flattering, if you dared to say it was inappropriate or worst of all, asked him to please not say it again, then you were either dead to him, like you really became invisible, or worse, you were someone he'd talk about in negative terms. Quote, she's so uptight, she's not a team player, she's really uncooperative, she's got a terrible work ethic. Right. You were either able to be one of the guys with him or you were in jeopardy. I mean, everything that comes out about Matt Lauer is just worse and worse, and it's like, and he still doesn't get it. That's the problem.
And like he's still like releasing statements, trying to defend himself.
Trying to like come back from this. I think he does still think he's going to work again. And
I don't think he realizes he's dead in the ground.
Sit down and stay seated.
Sit down and literally shut up.
And like he has enough money to just live. So it's not even about like canceling someone. It's like you created a toxic workplace environment and you succeeded in that environment for decades. Like, sit the fuck down. It's someone else's turn now.
Yeah. It's like, take the Kevin Spacey approach. Like, fall off the face of the earth, please. And only show up for your court hearings, okay?
Yeah.
Also, that actually begs another question. I would love to hear your opinion on this because in the cancel culture, there's one person whose, like, trajectory has really confused me, and that's Louis C.K. Because what he did was horrifying. Like, I include it with some of the worst of the worst. But for some reason, like, people are giving him a pass. He's still doing shows, like, very small underground, but, like, he's slowly getting back to work.
Okay, well, I think there's he can be doing shows and, like, if people and his fans, like, want to choose to buy tickets, like, I think that's fine. No one's really, like, giving
Working
him this.
with him.
No one's, like, propping him up, giving him this platform. But
That's true.
if he earns it, like say he doesn't like a comedy special or something, it's because enough people have bought tickets to his shows and enough of his fans and audience people like don't care about what he did.
I know, but that's crazy because what he did was bad.
It's like Kevin Spacey can't be in another movie because that would be someone giving him like power that be like giving him that chance. It's not the people who are deciding. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess, but like even like a Netflix, if they ever were to like give Louis C.K. and yes, there was demand for it. Like to me, that just seems wrong. Like what he did was bad.
No, and I don't think that like a Netflix would, but it's like if it's going to make them money and enough people don't want to cancel him.
What was Louis C.K. accused of? Masturbating in front of people.
Yeah, like whipping out his penis.
Right.
In front of people, like
that's so weird. First of all, like I would literally like never whip out my vagina. Like
it's so weird.
It's so personal.
No, it's like it's not.
It's not good. So yeah, he's just like I feel like he toes the line because there's, like we said yesterday, there's a huge difference in cancel culture between people who do bad things and people who say bad things.
Yeah, but he did bad things,
right? And he's like not treated accordingly.
You can be arrested for indecent exposure. So like
it's illegal.
He's committed crimes,
right? But for some reason, like I have a feeling he will be back and maybe bigger than ever.
Really? Bigger than ever?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's like slowly making his way. I always see like little things on TMZ, like he did a show in Paris. He went to a comedy club.
Him doing shows.
I did a show. I'm sorry to cut you off. I did a show in some comedy club, and I was just talking to the manager there, and he was like, "Yeah, we had Louis C.K. come in last week. Like the place was packed. Like everyone stood up when he walked out." I was like, "What?"
And yeah, someone's saying the venues are giving him a chance. No, like the venues are businesses and they want to make money. And if Louis C.K. wants to come to their club somewhere like years ago, he probably wouldn't have because he was so big. Like they're interested in their own bottom line as they should be. You know, people are going to show up for this guy. Like, okay.
Yeah, no, the guy said he had never seen the bar so full in his life.
That's really crazy.
So crazy.
And I feel like the comedy community also doesn't really know how to feel about it. Like,
because they're so
his
irreverent.
Colleagues.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, some of them were talking about it in Howard Stern's book.
Were they?
Yeah. And they felt conflicted because they didn't know, but they were like, I should have, how do you not know this about someone that you're so close with? But then also like in the Dave Chappelle special, he was kind of making the argument that what he did
not that big of a deal.
Is not that big of a deal.
But I wholeheartedly disagreed with that. Like the joke was funny, I guess, but like, no, what he did was fucking crazy and weird. I'm like, he shouldn't work again. He's a Kevin Spacey to me. But he's not being treated like one.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to like start like comparing crimes because it's like, it's all bad.
Yeah.
But Kevin Spacey, he's actually not a Kevin Spacey to me.
No, because what Kevin Spacey did in the grand scheme of like all the cancel culture is the worst.
Like rape, like
molestation of young boys. Agreed. And he's on Jeffrey Epstein level.
Yeah.
He is Jeffrey Epstein.
And like I think there are definitely like different layers of.
But it's all bad.
It's all
Yeah.
But no, that is an interesting factoid.
Yeah.
And I could see that, like him
just like
coming back.
In the comedy space, like I just hear about him all the time. Like more than you hear about a person who should have just like been canceled for good, you know?
Yeah, but also, I don't know, but then it's like, now I'm going to contradict myself, but it's like what Jamila said, like,
you can grow and evolve.
You can grow and change and like,
yes.
Should you be canceled forever? I don't know, but it's just, I just go in extreme. So I'm like, he's a rapist and she said something.
Right.
But sometimes there's someone in the middle who just pulled out their penis.
Right.
A bunch of times and masturbated in front of people, which is not cool
No.
at all. But it's like here. And if you're a podcast listener, I'm doing a scale.
Right. It's on the
spectrum.
On the grand scheme of the world that we live in, like what Louis C.K. did like isn't that shocking because what Kevin Spacey and Jeffrey Epstein and like Harvey Weinstein did is like so much worse. But it's still that's moral relativism.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe I used that phrase. But it is. Because still what Louis C.K. did was illegal, disgusting, and predatory.
Yes.
Something to think about.
Yeah, and there should be consequences for his actions.
Agreed. Let's recap Real Housewives of Dallas and Orange County. Let's start with Orange County. Wrapped up Miraval. They're back home. What happened? What happened? It was so boring. Alexis Bellino showed up. Gina and Emily are fighting about the date.
I have a soft spot in my heart for Alexis Bellino.
I like her.
Justice for Alexis Bellino.
Do you think this is her foray back?
I'm here for it. Like, it looks like she's in a good relationship
Beautiful.
with a hot man.
She's looking great.
And I would be here for it. And it's interesting because she was like at her height. When she was on the show, she was, at her peak in her marriage with Jim, and they were like so superior. They felt like they acted superior to everyone
else. Her body
else.
is a temple.
And she went through all of the lows that a lot of women go through on the show off of the show. And now we're seeing her again, and she's like in that Shannon place of feeling really great.
Yeah.
So it's like we didn't have to go through any of the torture with her, and now we just get to see like only the good stuff.
And she's very cute, and she seems like a good friend. I had no idea her and Emily even knew each other. And this episode just like was really difficult for me to watch because for some reason, like I'm so weird, like with Housewives, like if you come on and you rub me the wrong way, like I'll never forgive you. Like I just don't like you. And for some reason, like Emily, like I feel for her. Like I really do. I don't know, maybe I like relate to her in some way. Like something about her like really like warms my heart, and like I want to help her, and the fact that her and Gina are now fighting again. And do I think that she knew that Shane's cousin had a boyfriend? No. Like it's just so silly. Like she can't seem to get out of. She finally was in a good place with everyone. Like now she's back and everyone's talking shit about her time. I was like, I just started to like Emily. Like she can't get her feet out of the ground.
I agree, and I do feel for her in a lot of aspects. And I will say, when she was on the date with Gina and her husband, I thought that Shane was being like a normal, and now I'm like, okay, maybe they're not getting divorced.
Jackie, same. He like finally left the house and something clicked.
Like something clicked, and it's like his humor was landing.
Yep.
And it wasn't like, it was coming off like semi-normal. He was giving good advice to Gina.
I totally agree.
And I saw their relationship as something different than what I've been seeing all season, which I was grateful for.
Me too.
As far as the cousin, maybe she didn't know that the cousin had a girlfriend, but she should have known.
Agreed.
So like, what are you doing setting your friend up who's like so fucking fragile?
No, totally. But this is the sentiment of like no good deed goes unpunished. You know, like I'm sure she just wanted to help, and she got.
But don't do a halfway good deed.
Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
Just like if someone needs to go on a date with someone, like the only requirement is that they're single. Like
Right.
do a little bit
and
of
breathing.
So either you knew and you sent him on the date to make Gina feel better, which is like not a friend to
or you
lie to
didn't know
you,
and you just gave a half-assed effort.
right? So like,
yeah. I just like I can't get on Team Gina. I find her to be like so immature, and like she takes no responsibility for her life, and it's like her priorities are so fucked up, you know?
yeah, I'm not Team Gina. But I sometimes understand like her logic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I feel like she's really getting in with like the cool girls now, and like everyone's like loving her, and I really stan Emily. I'm sorry, like,
And
I'm
also-
just so frustrated because I know there's a cool Emily somewhere inside.
Here's what I'm realizing now. The cool girls like just love people when they're down. And it's like because Emily won't admit that she's down,
Yeah,
and even
good for her.
in the one moment where she like was down because of her weight, Tamara liked her. And they like Tamara.
By the way, that's an amazing point.
And so like Gina is in a bad place, and so they like her because like she's not strong.
And like she can admit that.
Yeah. And
By the way, that's such a good call with the weight thing.
yeah, and so like Emily, and everyone just like wants Emily to like admit that there's something wrong in her marriage and in her life, and like maybe
doesn't want
there
to.
is, but like that's none of their business. And it's like they say because she's not doing that, they say like she's not opening up, she's not being real with them, but they just like want her to like be like to submit.
Subservient.
Yeah.
Jackie, that is a brilliant analysis, and that is so true. Like they want to feel like they're in charge, and they can be in charge of people who are in a vulnerable state.
Yeah, and they don't want someone at the
Tamara
height of their
specifically.
game.
Yeah, and then when they were at the gym, like it was like they were playing into the dynamics that Tamara's comfortable with.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I just want to talk about the gym scene for a second because I need to get on that machine.
Okay, I didn't think Emily, like 191 is like not that crazy. I just want to say she's tall, like it's not that big of a deal. And everyone acting like she's like on the brink of morbid obesity, like please, like.
Well, the numbers are the numbers.
Yeah, the numbers are fine. Like I just don't like everyone's.
The numbers are like fine right now, but
Yes, technically,
the hardest
with the American Medical Association, I am obese too. Like it's such bullshit. Like Emily's fine.
she's fine right now, but like no one. It's harder, honestly, for me to maintain weight than to lose weight. So it's like if she doesn't make a change, she's just going to keep gaining weight. So it's not like, oh, in this moment, like you're in a horrible place, but like you need to change your lifestyle.
But like that, everyone was just being like a little dramatic.
I mean, that's the world. Like everyone's dramatic.
She's in relation to the world, Emily's fine.
No, but I feel like last season people were like calling her out for her weight when she really was fine. But it's clear that this season, like she's gained weight. She realizes it's affecting her physically and mentally, and that's not good. So she needs to make a change.
Yeah.
Not because
like
she's
the
like
severity in which everyone speaks about it is a little dramatic.
But I think only because of the way that she speaks about it. Like sometimes people gain weight and they're like, I've never been happier.
Yeah.
And
well, Tamara said people usually gain weight when they're in like prolonged states of unhappiness. But I didn't necessarily agree with that. Like while that is probably true,
I only gain weight when I'm
happy.
So happy that I just
that
don't
I can't think about anything
and
else.
And if I'm ever having to lose weight, like I have to become miserable in order to do it.
Yeah. So it wasn't a fair judgment. I feel like I'm just on Emily's side.
But I think that's a classic idea, which is that like, you know, emotional eating, stress eating. So people associate that you're in a bad place. And so that's why people are trying to like write her story for her.
When she doesn't want to talk.
And it's also just not that cut and dry all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes you just gain weight because you're hungry.
No,
and it's no more complicated than that.
Or sometimes you just gain weight because you just don't have the time to like make better choices. And
right, because your husband's taking the bar and like you're the primary earner and like you have to take care of the kids.
And you're like you don't have time to sit down and have a salad. You're gonna stop for tacos at the drive-thru.
Yeah, and you know what? I
think the problem is that drive-thru's like, where's the shaker salad back?
Yeah.
At McDonald's.
Also, I just didn't like Tamara and Eddie's like judgmental vibe. Like when she told them she ate tacos, like. That's like it wasn't
when she told them she had cream and sugar and then she said it was Splenda.
Yeah, she was cream and sugar.
And she was like Splenda.
It just honestly it wasn't a good commercial for Cut Fitness. If I like ever really wanted to go lose weight, like that's the opposite. Like that's not the environment I want. Like I'm already ashamed enough of my eating habits. I don't need to be shamed by you.
But what's wrong with coffee, cream, and Splenda?
No, I had no idea. She said cream and sugar?
No, like, okay, I guess she could like use almond milk, but
yeah, and she said Splenda.
That's not what's hurting her.
No, like if she's on this rapid path of gaining weight, it's not because she's having cream and sugar in her coffee.
No.
That's why when people are always like, I can't drink dairy, it's like, please, that's not your problem. Stop.
Yeah.
But what else happened in the episode with Shannon and
Kelly and her family drama.
I so don't care.
No, I was on my phone. I think I was calling you.
Yeah. And then Shannon got the vaginal O shot. And I remember I actually got an email a little while ago from like a doctor's office in New York asking if I wanted to come in for an O shot. And I was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not for me.
But I'm happy for Shannon because like
she needs it.
She needs the revitalization in her life. Like
and then
something
all
to be
them
excited
congregating at Bronwyn's apartment. Like I don't understand the apartment at all. It's incredibly odd.
And also Bronwyn and her husband like implying that they want to have a threesome with Tamara.
Yeah. Freaky. They're freaky. I couldn't decide how I feel about them, and now I'm decided I don't like them.
Here's the thing. I have no problem with them having threesomes, but what I was starting to realize last night is like she wants to be like she wants to be a cool housewife. She wants to be accepted. She obviously has some sort of complex like that she's admitted herself. And I think she like is using this threesome thing to like be like, I'm so cool. Like, like it's one thing to like skinny dip with your friends and like kiss on the lips.
Yeah.
And like that's like what these girls like to do. And she's just like, oh, they like that?
She's taking
Let's have a threesome.
She's taking it to another level.
Yeah. And it's just like that was just that's a dynamic we have not seen yet before on the show. Like there's absolutely no way Tamara's having a threesome with them. Like without Eddie.
That would be crazy.
That would be actually it's
no
not
way.
That crazy.
That wouldn't happen.
Or like Bronwyn has a threesome with maybe they have a foursome.
Yeah.
Is that a thing couples do? Swinging.
Oh, swinging, yeah. So it would be like Bronwyn and Eddie, and then Mr. Bronwyn.
But but only Bronwyn and Tamara want to hook up, even.
Right. So they should just go on a date. Like, oh my God, that is funny. Okay, let's do Real Housewives of Dallas. We had Leanne's lingerie shower.
Okay, is that a thing?
Hosted by Carrie Duber, which is so weird and just makes me think Carrie Duber is like dying to get back on the show because Leanne said some of the most horrible, evil things about her family, her husband, her daughter, and here she is like throwing a shower for her just so she can get on TV. It was really sad, honestly. I really appreciated new Carrie pointing out the extreme weirdness in showing up in lingerie on Wednesday at 1 o'clock.
Thank you.
She's like, of course I'm not going to wear my craziest lingerie. It's 1 o'clock.
Also, I just want to give an honorable mention to Brandy Redmond, who looked incredible.
Superb.
Incredible.
I love her. And I'm loving this burgeoning friendship between her and Cameron. It is really the cornerstone of what's going to be a great season.
Agreed, but I need Cameron and Stephanie to figure it out. And I think what they have, like, why their friendship is weird is because they're actually really like you expect them to be so similar, but then the way that they go about everything is so different because it's like they both, blonde, Highland Park, like beautiful, like great family, whatever. But then it's like Stephanie wears her heart on her sleeve and like is very open. And Cameron's not. Like, Cameron is that, like, sweep everything under the rug, like, kind of girl. And, like, I think they don't understand why the other is the way that they are.
Yeah, and it's like they're really fighting about nothing. And they're both wrong because
they're fighting about like perceived slights
right.
that say more about themselves than the other person.
They're both wrong because Cameron being upset that Stephanie went to Carrie's room to talk, like she wasn't talking shit, she just went to talk. The fact that that's what she's harping on from the trip is so silly and she has to let it go.
Yes.
And Stephanie has to stop saying the word whatever's triggering Cameron into, like, she's obviously really self-conscious of everyone thinking that she's, like, cold and bitter when she's claiming that she's been this fun all along, but nobody ever gave her a chance. So Stephanie knows that's what she's self-conscious about. It's the same way that Brandy is self-conscious about the word trashy. So she needs to stop saying that. Yeah. They're both wrong.
They just need to, like, start fresh.
Yeah.
because I didn't understand like what even was the issue there. So it's obviously just something that they're feeling and not something that we're seeing.
Deandra's meeting with Travis, she looked spectacular. Like the silk scarf around her shoulders. What was that?
Yeah. Also, I just want to say this episode made me realize that the House Husbands of Dallas are an incredible group. Like at first I was like, wow, Travis is a fucking pee-jam.
For filming.
Like great advice. I mean, he put his shoes on the bed, which was just like not
awful.
Cool. Not cool with
but
me.
But he's come so far. Do you remember him first season giving her a list of chores?
And now he's just like husband of the year. Until Jeremy showed up at the offices
working for free.
Stellar advice, working for free, so fucking supportive. Like, holy crap.
Totally. And you know who's next who I need to hear from? Is Brian Redmond. Because I too feel like he saw himself on TV and is now a changed man.
100%. And even honorable mention for Court when they had that cute family scene. And he was just so smiley, hanging out with his wife and
his daughter
kids.
Have such a good relationship. Like, that's amazing.
It's amazing. And like, usually men on the show, when they're like with their wife and kids, they think it's like cool to like bicker and put their wives down and pretend like they don't want to be there.
Totally.
But Court was just like
there
in it and smiling. But I've been watching The Affair and now I'm convinced like that everyone is having an affair.
Are you starting to like The Affair better?
I just like still hate these two people. Like it's loser on loser crime.
Oh, 1000%. Allison is the fucking worst, and so is Noah.
And like she reminds me of like Court Overstreet because she has like trout mouth. Yeah. And I just can't stop looking at her lips.
Justice for Helen. She's the best character, and she becomes more of a star. She won an Emmy after the second or third season because it's like her season.
Oh, interesting.
She's everything.
She is?
Yeah. You don't even know her because
it's like watching the show obviously like makes me convinced that like my husband's having an affair. And two, makes me really nervous to have kids because their kids are such brats.
Oh, Jackie, that kid who pretended to kill himself in the first episode.
Oh my God.
Evil.
And it's like, and then after the divorce, they're only worse. And it's like, you miss how they were in the beginning, but they sucked then too.
Did
and it's
Whitney
like,
spiral out yet?
Is it just kids on TV who suck?
Both.
Or do kids suck? Like, what are you going to do? How do you make sure you don't have a Whitney?
But she's so crazy.
She's so mean.
Your kids are what you make them.
You would think, but Helen seems like she would have done like a good, I guess they're fictional characters, but.
Yeah, but it's like Helen, until The Affair, Helen was like living in a fairy tale land where like her rich parents did everything for her. I don't know if she was like the most present mother, and Noah is a sociopath. So like maybe that's why their kids turned out that way, because they had an unpresent parent and a father and a mom with her head in the clouds.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like these kids need to start being scared of their parents.
Yeah.
They need a spanking. No, it's like.
Where's Corey Campbell?
They weren't spanked and it shows.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
So anyways, a lot of these shows these days, like I even started to watch Euphoria for 5 minutes like a while back and I couldn't because like Zendaya's disposition was making me just like too sad to have kids.
Also, Carrie's daughter needs a serious fucking attitude adjustment.
Oh my God.
The way she was talking to her mom, like so fucking rude. Rude. But that was your fault, like that you didn't have a career. Like her mom's opening up to her like about a different time period where it was just like incumbent on a woman to like be a homemaker and stay in the house and how she kind of regrets that. And now she's trying to make, it was a very sweet sentiment. Well, that's like your fault. Like you did it. She was such a little bitch. I would have slapped her across the face.
No, like it was crazy. Like seriously, it's a common theme in everything that I'm watching where the kids are assholes, they don't respect their parents, and it's truly making me scared.
I was shocked by how rude the kids were. I mean, just the daughter. I hope one of the daughters.
No, but it's
honestly, I hope one of the daughters' friends is a toaster and listens to this. If it is, please show Carrie's daughter this. It's not cool to be mean to your mom. It makes you look like a piece of shit, and being disrespectful to your parents is not cool. I know when you're 16, you think it's cool. It's not. Be nice to your mom. She works really hard, and she gives you a nice house and a nice life, and now you're on TV.
And like the other daughter who was like 12 and going to like hit the bars or whatever.
Oh, and on a weeknight?
Like she was even
Was that
worse.
not the same daughter?
No, this one's turning 21. The other one was like going on spring break.
Right. Oh, yeah. With the little bikini, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Real Housewives of Dallas is very good.
It's very good. I'm loving the gals.
Oh, and a cameo of Tiffany.
Yes.
Tiffany from season 1. I don't know what happened to her, like, and her Keith Urban lookalike husband, Faith Furban. But I kind of liked her, except her blind loyalty to Leanne was like a little boring to watch. But it was nice to see her again.
Yeah.
I don't miss her.
I don't miss her. It was nice to see her. I'm glad
I just saw your underwear.
Oh no, I'm wearing shorts.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad she's doing well.
Me too. She's a cutie.
She's a cutie. Who else is around? And then Deandra and her business.
And Deandra did not go to the lingerie shower. Lingerie.
Yeah, but it's like if Leanne's not going to invite her to her shower, then why did Deandra invite her to her birthday vacation?
No. She's not going to invite Deandra to her shower, even though they've been friends for like 10 years and they're in a rocky spot. But she's going to invite Carrie Duber and let Carrie Duber host it.
And she's also going to invite Brandy, who she left the trip on bad terms with, when she's actually on decent terms with Deandra.
And she's also going to invite Carrie, who she met 1 week ago.
It's just like, that doesn't make any sense to
Also,
me.
she's having a groom shower, bride shower, couple shower, like all her listing off all the parties she's going to have. She said 12 parties before the wedding.
That's crazy.
Where did she go on her bachelorette party?
It looks like it's at a restaurant in Dallas. Like, it doesn't look like a trip. It looks
I thought
like...
that would be like the trip of the season.
No.
OC is going to Miami for the trip of the season, and it looks fucking wild.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember when they were in Miami, Toaster saw them out to dinner, like screaming in a restaurant. I don't know where the Dallas trip is going to be, but it's not. Mexico's not the trip. They always take like a small trip.
Yeah.
A weekend getaway.
I don't know either, but I look forward to it.
I find the trip episodes to be so much better of every franchise. Like the trip episodes are the best episodes.
Yeah, because
it's like camp.
No, and it's because we don't get that clutter with family life. You know, business,
fighting with
struggling.
with Kelly's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like we also don't care about most of that stuff.
Okay, well, that is our show for the week. We are heading to LA tomorrow to kick off LA week. So my show is Sunday, October 13th. Tickets available at girlsonjob.com. And then we will have LA week episodes for you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then Friday, Jack is heading home. Me and Margot are heading to San Diego and San Francisco for my shows. Tickets available at girlsonjob.com. And just look out. It's gonna be great. So there is no show Monday because we will be traveling, getting our stuff together, and recording. The episodes this week in LA are not gonna be live. They're gonna be posted on podcast and YouTube. So it's a video and audio still, but it's just not live. So starting Tuesday, we will get one up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
So we will see you then. We're so excited. Next time you see us will be LA Steens. And honestly, the LA Steens are some of the best Steens I know.
Honestly, the next time you see us, we might be at a movie premiere. So look out at TMZ.
You just never know.
We love you guys. Thank you for spending your mornings with us. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. The Morning Toast live streams Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time on YouTube. So please subscribe to us on YouTube. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment. We're also available as a podcast, which you obviously know if you are listening to us as a podcast right now. And that is available on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, all the radio places. Feel free to subscribe there. Leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, skinny, and smart we are. We love you so much. Have an amazing weekend. Don't drink and drive. Be safe. Wear your Toast merch and tag us in your pictures. Bye.
Bye.